Okay, and we're. Hi, my name is Sabine Philippe, and I am going to be your EEG technologist for the day. So I'm going to start off by placing my landmarks on Serenity. Right here, I am placing my Nasion. In the back of the head, right here, like right here, like right there. My inion, and then my pericular points. Like right here. See what I get for my measurement from my nasion to my inion, my nasion to my inion, and I get 36. I'm getting 36. I always like to double check my work, so place a 0, back of the head. See, now it's 37. Let's just do it one more time. Straight. Okay, I'm getting 37 now. So I always like to just triple check my work for real. Okay, 37 is the winner. Okay, now I'm going to start my sagittal measurements. So I got my 10% measurement from 37, which is 3.7. So I'm going for my nasion. I'm going to turn. I could stay like this. Stay like this. So I'm going to 3.7. This is a 10% mark, so it should be long. This is my FPZ. And then my 20% marks from here is 7.4. So I try to be on the money as much as I can be. So from FPZ we got FZ. And then from FC, still 7.4. Wait. Hold on one moment. From FC we got CZ, my vertex. Still going 20%. From CZ we got PZ. Still going 20%. 7.4. Looks good. And then PZ is our OZ. Oh. 1 over 10. OZ. Okay. My measurements look good. So now, after my sagittal, I'm gonna do my coronial measurements. So I'm going from, this is from the back of the head. So this is my right side and my left side. So on my right side, I'm gonna mark A2. And then my left side is my A1. So now I'm going from P2 to A1 to get my measurement, and I'm making sure that I'm crossing the vertex. While doing so, and I get 38. Like I said, I always like to double check my measurements, just for the sake of it. Yep, 38. And then from here, this is my A2. Okay, I like to start from T3, from A1. So from A1, I'm going 10% to my T3. So just do this. My 10% is 3.8. Oh, I keep doing that. Like I said, I like to make sure you're checking your measurements. Looks good to me. This is my T3. And then from my T3, which is supposed to be a long line. Okay, from my T3, I'm going 20% to my C3. My 20% is 7.6. So I'm like right there. From my C3, I'm going 20%, which is my 7.6, and I'm crossing my vertex. 7.6. This thing keeps moving. 7.6. And I'm crossing my vertex. doing this. So making my little mark. So now I got a true CZ. And then from there I'm doing C4, the C4 measurement, 7.6. Trying to do it as big and bold as I can. And then from C4 I'm going 20% to T4, 7.6. This supposed to be a long line. And then measure because this is supposed to be 8. And then let me see something. If I don't like the measurement, I am going to fix it. So me, I don't really. Be a little higher. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be. I'm gonna just erase this because this line needs to be big, to be long. So I'm gonna put T4. Alright, so I just completed my coronal measurements. Oh, I can't see. Okay. So now I'm moving on to my. I'm going around the head from. I'm doing circumference now. So I'm going around the head. Got my 0 in the middle of FPZ mark. And going around the head. Let's see. To get measurement here. Got 58. But again, I always like to double check my work, especially with this thing moving. But I did get. Oh, come on. But I did get a good number. Yeah. 58. 58. Circumference. And then when we do this now, we're dividing. Let's go through all 10% marks. Your circumference has to go through all 10% marks. Yeah. So now 58 divided by 2. 29, so 10% is 2.9, and then 2.9 plus 2.9 equals 5.8. Okay, so from my left side, from A1, I'm going, okay. So I'm going to put a mark between the middle of my FPZ in the middle. And then from what I got, my 10%, I'm going from my FPZ, that middle mark on the 0. And from my FPZ, I got 2.9. So I'm making a line right here. And that's my FP1. And then same thing on the other side. I'm making my 10%, which was 2.9. My mark right here. And this is my FP2. Okay. So now I'm on my left side. So now from FP2 to FP1 is 10%. Wait, no, I mean from FPZ to FP1 was my 10%. Now from FP1, I'm putting my 0 mark on. And I'm going 20% to F7. My 20% is 5.8. This is my F7. And then from my F7, I'm going and I'm getting going 20% to T3. My 20% is 5.8. Come on. And then I am hitting and making it a true T3. I made it a true T3, hitting that mark. And then I'm making my mark, still going around and getting my 20%. Let me see. From T5, from T3, from T3 to T5, doing my 20%, which is T5. And then for my T5, doing 10%. I mean, sorry, 20%. My 5.8. And then it hits my OZ, and this is my O01. And then on the other side, I will be doing the same thing. So I'm going from my FP2, because I did that marking already. The 0 on the FP2, going 20% to F8. My 20% is 5.8. And I hit my T4. Hold on here. But I did hit my T4. Right here. Yeah. Okay. And then from, yeah, that's my line. Sorry. I don't like the way this. Okay. I'm happier with that. And then, so for my T4, where I hit my T4, I'm going around to get my T6. So 0 mark, you can still see where I'm at. This is way better. Okay, so for my T4, I'm doing my 20%. Because from my FP2 to my F8, hold on now. Wait. From my FP2 to my, wait, it's supposed to be 20%, 20% is 5.8. I just want to make sure these are on as accurate as possible. I want to fix this. I want to fix this really bad. Hold on. It's 20%. I'm going from my FP2 and making my F8 mark. So here's my FP2. I'm putting it, the line on 0. My oh, of course. Oh, shit. Serenity! Only me, I swear. Thank God that's there. Alright, where was I? All I hear in my head is like, you killed the patient. No. Alright, no, this is bothering me because it's not right. Yeah, that should be accurate. That's where I had it before. Why? What is up with this thing? Am I bugging? I don't care how many times I have to do this. Like 5.8. Alright, listen. Okay. Okay, so that is my... That one right there was my... I went from my FP2 to my F8. That hit my T4. That made the true T4. And now I'm going to T4. No. Hold on a second here. T4 to T6. And T4 to T6. 20%. But also, I'm looking at these. .5. And then my T6, 20% to my O2. Beautiful. Looking beautiful, Serenity. And then, beautiful. So I just finished my circumference, and now I'm going to be moving on to my parasagittal. Okay, so my parasagittal, I'm running through FP1. FP1 through FP1 through C3 around to O1, and I get 25. But you know me, I like to check, make sure. So my O, my 0 is on the FP1 mark. I'm going around through my C3, tapping C3, tapping my O1 mark. Got 25. Let me do this one more time. Okay, did not move. This is better. Yeah, 26. So I got 26. And then I'm dividing that by 4. I'm dividing 26 by 4, which is 4. Oh, that's wrong. 26 divided by 4. Oh my god, I swear I went to school. That's not right. Since when does... Okay. 6.5. Okay, so then I use what I got from there. The number I got, I divided it by 4. I'm using that number for my parasagittal points. So from FP1, my 0 mark, and I'm going back for F3. I'm looking at the paper. So, okay. So I'm going back and it's my parasagittal. And then from F3, I'm getting my I'm hitting this line. I hit that line. Okay. So I just got my true C3. And then from there, I'm going back, putting my 0 on that mark I just hit. And then going for my P3. 6.5. So right here is my P3. And then for my P3, 20%, well, not 20%, I got 6.5. And I'm right here. And I hit my 1. I hit over here again. Okay. And then from the right now, the right side, I'm going from FP2. I have my my 0 on FP2. And then I'm going back, hold on. And then I'm going back a little and doing F8 comes next. Whoa. I meant F4, I'm sorry. My F4 mark that I just made here. I don't like when the F, sometimes the letters don't come out looking good. And it's like, what is that? Ugh, that's annoying. Just want it to look a little bit clearer, please. Alright. Boss man should know what that is. Okay, so from F4, I'm going back 6 and should get my C4. Okay, wait, hold on. So I went FB2, got F4. Now I'm going back, doing C4, which C4 is already there from the parasagittal, but I guess I'm just going in again to hit it, and it's gonna hit. Yeah, we good. We good. And it hits it right here, making it a true C4. Okay, and then from C4, 0 mark on here, my measurement, 6.5, right there, labeling it. This is P4. Okay, and then back here, from P4 to O2, I'm hitting this again. Right there, just as close as the other one was. Okay, so I finished my parasagittal. I just finished my parasagittal. So I started from FP1. So I started from FP1 to F3, which is right there. And then from F3, I went to C3 and I hit that, so it's a true C3. And from C3, I went to P3, it's back here. From P3, I went to O1, so there's a line. And then on the other side, I went from FP2 to F4, which is right here. This line right there. And then from F4 to C3, F4. I'm sorry, F4 to C4, which hit. We had a true C4, and then from the true C4 to P4 right here, and then P4 to O2, which hit, and I did my parasagittal points. Okay, and then I'm not gonna lie, Professor Moses, Chris, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is where, let's see. I love it. Everything looks great. Serenity looks beautiful. Let me tell you. I'm loving this. My progress right now. Chef's kiss right here. Let me see. So now I'm going to make my anterior and posterior coronal marks. Turn this baby around. So my anterior and posterior coronal marks. Don't worry, I'm looking at this. So now, let's do anterior obviously first. I mean, I guess it, it doesn't matter, but. So I'm going from F8. Oh, so this is what I'm doing. I'm measuring. So I'm measuring from F8 to F7. and measuring whatever I get by 4, dividing it by 4. My F8 mark, zeros on it, going around to F7, which is right here. It's 17. So 17 divided by 4. 17 divided by 4. It's 4.25. So like 4.3. And then from F8 to F4, divide across the lines. So F7. Where are we here? F7. I'm on this side of the head, okay. So now I'm anterior coronal. So anterior coronal. That's where I get mixed up. Now I'm gonna pause the video right here at 42 minutes.